Fuck around and see it, cause you know I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Web3 breakfast, serving size like Texas. I'm a beast, yeah, baby. You know I'm reckless. We stacking blue chips, my people by the dip. Matte Black Lambo coming soon. Don't forget, sign the check.
Web3 breakfast, fuck a Lexus, push a Maserati, keep a diamond Jesus on my necklace. I'm living reckless. Fuck a job, cash the check, grab the bag, hit the fight, we on the next one. Wife changing money, just ask my honey. Got a diamond on my face, I can't help it, I'm new money.
Web3 breakfast, wake and bake, appreciate the checklist, moderate the stage, perplexing everything you say, and not to mention, I think I rugged. Maybe I should shrug it off, go touch some grass, perhaps some plug.
Web3 breakfast,
Web3 breakfast.
Web3 breakfast. Boom. Yo, what's up, GM everybody? Let me just give me a quick yay or nay. Can you guys hear me in the Twitter space? Give me a quick little thumb up. And if you can hear me over on the live stream, say something in the chat. So we're trying this again. It's been a while since we've live streamed the morning show. Super excited to be back doing this. But here we go, Turbo Cito bringing you on up here in the Twitter space. So there'll be some conversating going on in the Twitter space as well as we're doing this live stream. But appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you smash the like button on your way in. It's the number one way that we can help this show and this channel grow. I greatly appreciate it, and so does the people that surround me. So, all right, Turbo, can you hear me over on the Twitter space?
Yeah, you sound great. I am getting everything loaded up, bro. I'm behind.
Dude, don't even sweat it. I woke up at the normal time, 6:30 this morning, and I opened my eyes and I was like, no. I'm not getting up right now. So I thought I was going to sleep for just a few more minutes like it normally works. But then it was like almost 8 o'clock the next time I opened my eyes. And it seemed like a fucking instant. It was like almost instantaneous. Went from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. And that just backed my morning up. So don't you sweat it, my guy. I appreciate you getting the camera ready and getting on there. This is going to be a fun show because I'm going to tell you what, man. Mexico City was fucking wild. That was a good time. That was a really good time. And those fights, I start training like today. Well, my back's really hurting me from the flight. And oh, God. I had a horrible Turbo. I guess everybody can hear this. A horrible flight home from Mexico City. It was...
Bro, what happened? Like, give me the deets.
Yeah, so I flew first class down there, like I would normally do. And then while I was there, now Karate Combat booked my flights, but I had, I got miles and all sorts of shit. So I upgraded my flight down there to first class. Normal. Coming back, I thought I did the same thing. So my flight was, what's today? Today's Monday, so Sunday. So you check in on Saturday. So I go to check in and it asked me if I wanted to use miles again to upgrade my flight, which I said, yes, absolutely. I will burn the 17,900 miles, 100% to sit in first class. That is not a problem. So I did this, picked my seat, everything. And then when push came to shove, it's like it didn't accept it. I don't know. I don't understand why. But so I got, put in back with the schleps and coach, with the plebes, which is fine. I like to be with the people every now and then. But this particular flight was different. The gentleman that came in, and as a father, I'm not mad at the father thing, but so he came in with a baby, little baby, scream crying, and he sits right next to me. And this baby literally is fucking crying in my ear, like into my eardrum. And, it's fine, whatever. And then all of a sudden he says, hey, will you switch seats with my mother who has the other kid? And I'm like, oh, sure. I guess I could do that. And then, so this requires me to get stuffed into a middle or somewhere. But then I'm like, listen, this is not really going to work. And plus the flight attendant's like, listen, we can't actually have two babies in the same row. 3 adults and 2 babies doesn't work because of oxygen masks. So they couldn't work that. But then they worked it out so that the mom or the grand, whatever, I don't know which relationship was, she was across the aisle. So it was mom with a scream crying baby or grandma, whatever it was, me on the other aisle, and then this guy with the other scream. So I am sandwiched in between 2 scream crying babies. And there was nothing I could do. There was not another seat on the plane. There was nowhere else. There was nowhere else I could go. I thought and it was like, thank God we were coming back because we hit the tailwind, so we were able to fly a little faster. Now again, shout out to all the dads out there. With kids, I have a kid. No, that's not the problem. But the scream crying, nothing, no milk, nothing could solve this scream crying. And then eventually, when we had about 20 minutes left in the flight, they both passed out.
Damn. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, fantastic. We're back on the road. You know what I mean? Got that thing back rocking and rolling.
Hey, we're back,
yeah,
baby.
Man, hey, that's why you can't switch. You got to stick to your guns. You know what I mean? If you fly first class, you got to always fly first class. You know what I mean? You can't go back. You know what I mean?
I feel
it. Don't work like that.
It was my mistake, right? So I take that as a coaching lesson. Enrique Suave, the baby's ears were probably popping. A comment on YouTube. Now, this was before we took off. We were still on the ground when this was happening. It was atrocious. Anyway, that's enough complaining for the day. GM motherfuckers, welcome to Web3 Breakfast. Appreciate you guys being here. Smash that like, retweet the space. We're doing it all. We're bringing it back to the multi-platform, the multi-stream, multi-platform stream. Yeah, whatever. Oh, it's funny, Turbo. Turbo just popped in on the stage, but I got just a tiny little thumbnail of you. And you've got that, what would we call that? Peach colored shirt?
Peach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salmon.
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 So when I saw the little thumbnail of you logging in, I thought you were shirtless. I was like, oh, nice. I like where this is going today. I mean, we're talking about fighting, so it only makes sense. Because what's funny? Let me ask you guys a question. Turbo, you know what? I'm going to ask you this question. Okay. I'm going to ask you this question. Obviously, there's been a lot of, posts and activity surrounding this karate combat stuff that I went to and all that. And so, I made some post or some replied on something that somebody said and they're like, whoa, dude, that's a little aggressive. Like, first off, we're talking about fucking combat sports, not a pillow fight. So it's going to be a little aggressive by nature, eh? What do you think about, there's the keyboard cowboys here on the interwebs who literally will never step in the pit, yet they still find this opportunity to fucking dog on people who did step in a pit. Like, where's that come from?
Yeah, bro, I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am fired up exactly what you're talking about with these, because like when I was watching the fights, like all these guys were like, yeah, man, I've been doing Taekwondo out, on the mountainside. You know what I mean? But at heart, they're nerds, right? Yeah. Like at heart, right? But you're just training to fight. Mark Zuckerberg, you know what I mean? Like there's a warrior instinct inside of an athlete. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And so I love where this is going. You know what I mean? Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, I want to do this. And I called Kev immediately. And I was like, Kev, I want to do this. And he was like, no, no, Turbo, you're not getting in there and beating the shit out of people. Like, no, it's not happening. But bro, I want to do it.
So I was, Whitney and I went to dinner after I got home last night, and I was saying to her, because really I've done a lot of reflecting on the whole weekend and specifically the night of the fights, and to me it's even goes more than that. It's that it's that warrior feeling that you fucking did something. Like I've been a team athlete my entire life. Like I never was an individual athlete. So I don't know what it's like to win for yourself. I don't know. And you got to think at deep down, this is like carnal fucking knowledge of ours is combat and warrior shit, right? Like this is about as old as it gets.
I'm inviting Jarhead up because that was the thing that I always with my NCO Sergeant Pugh, he was like one of the greatest leaders I had in my life. You know what I mean? Like we did a bunch of crazy shit in the military and he really protected us, and where I was in combat arms, bro. So like we lived for this stuff, right? Like it was like fist fighting, combatives. Like that's what bonded us together. You know what I mean? And it was like, you just had to be able to fight. You know what I mean? Because you had to be able to fight, right? Like if the shit went down, like I needed you to be able to fight. And so I forgot the whole question, bro. But
I guess maybe the more of the conversation was that feeling of like you fucking won, like you did it, like you had. Listen, there was at the end of the fight that night, there was 3.1 million views on the Twitter live stream alone. 3.1 million fucking views, right? So now you go in this, and this is how I'm thinking about it: is that I've got several months that it's going to take me to train to get ready for a fight, right? The next one is in April on 420 in Dubai. There's a 0% chance that I would be fight ready in like 2 months. That just probably, you never know.
Facts. That's the reality. That's the reality, bro. Yeah. This isn't something this isn't a game. You know what I mean? Like people you are in danger to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you're not properly trained, like it can happen. You know what I'm saying? So this is not it's not a play thing.
I feel that. What were you gonna say, Bobby Cat?
I was gonna say who's fighting that. Oh, and I got to hang out with Doug Hype yesterday afternoon. He was giving me the lowdown on some stuff.
Nice.
It was he gave me some stories.
Hell yeah! Well, we're gonna tell some stories. Go ahead.
We had a fun day at 8th Denver yesterday.
Hell yeah, man. It was great to see Doug. I definitely got an opportunity. I never feel like I spend enough time with anybody, but there, Doug and I had an opportunity to, to sit, really quietly at the hotel and chit chat over. I had a coffee and he had a sandwich. So we had a nice little lunch date and we just chatted about a lot of things, man. I really like Doug. It was fun to see him, really be there and support Grady. Shout out to Grady, man. He fought a hell of a fight, man. But at the end of the day, Grimace got the dub on that one. And we can, if you guys want, we can go down the line, fight by fight, and talk about.
But Grady got roses.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Didn't he have Mexican girls like giving him roses?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's funny. I'm not sure.
Yes, I saw some girl like getting down on her knee, like giving Grady a rose.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. And it was really like some of the stuff that I was saying a second ago. It really sparked from the conversations that I've had with Grady pre and post fight too. Just knowing that he said training and doing all the sparring stuff, like it got him ready, but until you actually are in the ring and someone hits you in your fucking face, like you don't know what that's gonna be. You don't know how you're gonna react to that. Right. And we saw like with Dreamer took they hit him on the button, dude. Like that is literally
he caught one. That happens.
Dude, I'm telling you.
It happens. And look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Dreamer can fight too.
Yeah.
Hey. Absolutely. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if we starting with Grady, hey, look, man, I like Grady. He's a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? But that boy cannot fight.
No, he cannot fight. Yes, I think there was Eric Grimace, who ended up winning that fight. He's a fucking awesome dude. He's also got a little bit more experience in the ring than Grady does. Now, Grimace has fought, I believe, 2 fights for it's called Crypto Saturday Nights. It's over in Dubai. And so, he's got more experience in that than Grady does. Grady was bigger size-wise. But Eric was more technical, and he worked him pretty good at the end of the day. And there was probably some things that Grady, I think it was with his strategy, because he's got a killer fucking jab, like a killer jab. But what I think was Eric, because of his experience, he kept kind of beating him to the setup. So Grady kept kind of had to like flip flop to get like, how am I going to get position? Because Eric just kept switching his stance to like catch him off guard or whatever. So it's just that was just an experiential thing, I believe.
Well, like his form looked horrible. Like his guard was just like wild. Like it was like a street fight. You know what I mean? And like you can even tell, like,
strategy.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like that strategy is just that's not. You know what I mean? Like everybody has their own strategy, I guess. You know what I mean? That one was not effective. Well, like having that wide stance, like nobody really was in that like fighting stance. But I wonder if that's because of the nerves. Right, like
could be
being in front of it, because nobody wants to get knocked out, bro. And just one lucky shot can make it happen.
I've heard that now from several people that it's everybody's got a puncher's chance, right? Like everybody's got a chance. And you saw because all right. Well, so let's talk about that one. Crypto Grady and Grimace, obviously. That was the technical one. I want to skip over the Adam Charles Keith Berry NFT kid fight for a second because there's a fuck ton of controversy around this one right now. We can come back to that one. Was it an eye poke? Was it not an eye poke? I have absolutely no idea. From what I understand, people have some footage that would explain it a little bit better, and I think we're just waiting for it to come out. But at the end of the day, like, dude, his eye got
He raked his fucking eyeball. Dude, he raked his eyeball. Do you understand how lucky fucking Adam was that he did that? Like, that was the greatest thing that could happen for him because Keith Berry would have beat the shit out of him, bro.
And,
so we'll talk about it.
But so now that's a no contest. They ruled that one a no contest, which means Adam, I think he got his fight prize, but not the win pool, not the there was two. You could win extra in two different ways. One was for the win, and then two, if you did like a KO or someone who couldn't finish the fight. And so that's technically what happened when they called it because of the eye poke. But I believe it's the Mexican Sports Federation is the one who made the call, made it a no contest. So Adam's got like 5 days or maybe 3 or 4 at this point in order to to try to get them to change their mind on it. Which is crazy.
Damn, we'll talk about it. We'll definitely get into it.
All right,
for sure.
The next fight was that Dreamer, Phil the Dragon Russell fight. I tell you what, I like Phil a lot. Phil's a cool guy. I did have my bet on Dreamer though, because again, I thought that he had more experience from what I understand.
Dreamer,
Phil was like Taekwondo or Jiu-Jitsu, I think, is what he knows. But Dreamer was like, he was like a heavy favorite.
Dude, Dreamer was like a real fighter, bro. Like Dreamer was like a real one. He got that unlucky shot, bro. That'll happen that's sports, man. Like that is competition at its greatest, finest moment. Is like when you just got someone caught that reception. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they got the interception, and he just put him out.
He just put him out. What was I going to say about this? I was going to go somewhere. I don't know. Oh. So it was really funny during the commentary of the fight. Because they did like the card of all the actual Karate Combat fighters, and then they did the IFC fights, right? And so George from Cryptos R Us, this was really funny. George from Cryptos R Us went in and did commentary with Big Mike and the other guys that were doing the commentary for the other stuff. And Big Mike, if you don't know who he is, it's I forget, I don't know how to say his last name, but it's Mike from like Impulsive. He's like Logan Paul's buddy. And so he's one of the commentators on this. And Dreamer was a 69% favorite because with Karate Combat you just pick who you want, and so with 69% of the votes, Dreamer had it. And so Big Mike was like, oh, these crypto nerds are gonna love the 69, and fucking George was just like, what, are you trying to make a joke? Like, yeah, dude, yeah,
dude,
yes, that's a joke.
He was like, he took that really personally. I was like, oh my god, bro, like, bro, on the fucking stage, take a chill pill, George. Like, dude,
Doug told me he got George to dance.
He got George to dance?
That's what I hear. Is Doug got George to dance. We
need some footage of that.
I think he got footage, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think Doug had like a camera guy with him, so I would assume that hopefully we got some footage of George dancing, because that would be great.
Yeah, he hired a Mexican camera crew to follow him around.
Yeah, him and I would. He's like, it was funny.
We were super genius.
It was so funny. We were like at the hotel. This was I think while we were doing like before the breakfast, or it was before. He said, "Hey, come over here. I got to run to the ATM. Can you kind of watch out, while I run to the ATM and grab some cash, because I don't know if people know that I'm gonna be pulling money out to pay these camera guys that are gonna try to beat me up." So I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll be your security guy. Let's go to the ATM." Yo. What's up, Corey?
Anyone else just get a follow by John Cena? Both Zach and I did.
Oh, wow. Welcome to the club, buddy.
What the fuck? Is he like in Web3?
Yeah. Yeah, he's gone on a spree of following a lot of people in Web3. I picked up my follow a little bit ago. That was a good one. Exciting.
Oh.
I came in here because I thought he must have been in the space.
Well, we should get him in here.
Yeah, let's all send him a DM.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Let's reach out. We can retweet. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead and request John Cena. Like my cat's super excited about John Cena.
Just tell him if he doesn't get his ass in it, then Jay James is going to knock him out.
No, Doug, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. This is not a game anymore.
Listen,
one of these people will step up.
I just want to make sure because okay, so the next fight that we're going to talk about after we finish the Dreamer Phil Russell fight is the Crypto Crow Moon Daddy fight, and I'm going to tell you something right now. There is a 0% chance that I want a 0% chance that I want to be put into a situation where I'm Moon Daddy going up against a guy who's 7 fucking feet tall. Like, no, thank you.
That guy was an absolute giant,
dude.
Bro, that shit was crazy.
But Crow, if you guys don't know Crypto Crow, like actually know him, he is a gentle giant. Like he might be a fucking tatted up 7 foot tall beast, but deep down in heart, he is a very, very nice man. I love Crow. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I've met him a couple of times, and he is a very nice guy.
He hated how all of that went down. Obviously it's tough, like, because we're all friends, like, you know, everybody that did this, I mean, with the exception of before the fight, Ben and Morelight, everybody knows each other. Everybody is like friends. Maybe Adam and Keith Berry are not friends. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I wanted that so bad. Oh, I wanted that fight, bro, so freaking bad.
Well, Adam's a little hard to love anyway, but anyway.
We love Adam.
He's a good dude, though.
Oh yeah, we definitely love Adam. He's a great dude.
But that was I will say that, you know, we'll see how all this thing shakes out, if they rematch or if, you know, he gets another chance or whatever. But I will say that you know, that fight did not go, and I'm not even talking about the outcome. I just think the whole thing from start to finish, just that one unfortunately went the way that it went.
Yeah, but you know, before we go into the Moon Daddy Crow fight, what about Oldcoin Daily grabbing that, like, the
announcer guy?
The host guy, and he was like, "No, bro, for real, get the fuck off, man."
That was definitely the highlight of the night. Definitely.
Dude,
I was just like, "Yo,
that guy
what is
I think
wrong?"
there's actually more memes about that than there was about George buying Cockinu.
That's funny. You know, it's funny is that there was a couple of the announcer guys. I don't know if you saw. He was the really tall one. I don't know his name, but so it was that short dude with the face paint, and then a really tall dude who seems like, you know, he's like the guy that, you know, runs the mic at like a basketball game and like
with the hat.
Yeah,
with the hat on.
Yeah.
President Amazing.
No, not him. No. He was just it was like a commentary guy that they would like cut to him. He's like, I don't know, about as tall as the Altcoin Daily guys, which they're both.
Oh, the black guy?
No, he was white. I'll pull him up. But anyway, so it was like right after they got done with that spot, and they moved the camera on the crane away and went back to normal. He came up, he's like, guys, the announcers fucking loved that. Like, that is going to be, and they said it, the guy said it right there. He's like, that is going to be probably one of the more viral moments from this entire night. Is he turned around and was like, seriously, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah, what if he would have fought Altcoin Daily?
Robin Black, and his name Robin Black, I think.
No, Doug told me he actually apologized to Altcoin Daily, but
that's funny.
Anyway. It was, but yeah, apparently the Karate Combat actually loved it. So
yeah, dude, like, what are they gonna do, right? Makes a good.
I had to watch that a couple of times. Just to see how that was. I was like, hold on a second, was he playing or was he serious? I watched that back the second time. I said, oh no, he's ready to get his ass kicked.
So I've actually talked to that guy, that announcer guy, a couple times. I met him at what was the first one that I went to? Where was that? Was that in Vegas? I think. So I'm having a hard time stringing them all together. All these places that we go now. But so he was a funny guy. Like he is just a straight up like announcer, like a MC guy. Like that's what he does. And he's pretty funny. But I thought, again, that moment was probably one of the best. All right, let's talk about the Crow and Moon Daddy fight. This thing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm glad that was so crazy. RC's okay.
yeah. RC is doing well. I gotta tell you though, Probably the ref should not have allowed it to go on after the first time Crow kind of went in for a couple shots. Like when he kicked him in the ribs, dude, that rib kick.
And he was like this.
Yeah. Like there's no way that anyone had a chance to train to see what that felt like.
That's like a tree trunk hitting you in the ribs.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Bro, the only issue with that fight was though is that it was like the one right before. It was like the fight before. So that's like that's supposed to be like the next biggest fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that dude was like a professional athlete. You know what I mean? So like that's a hard judgment call as a referee. Because he got up and I was like looking at him when he got up before he got knocked out. He looked silly. Like he just like he looked crazy in the face. He was just like,
yeah. I don't think that
like
was
he had no clue.
That was not the game plan. Really quick, going back to I was gonna go back to the Adam Charles NFT kid one really quick. Something that you had said that made me think about that. Oh, like about stopping it. Now that whole thing was weird too, because Adam stopped the fight to say that Keith's eye was fucked up. And Keith was like, I don't care, let's go. Like how does all of that kind of shit work? Like where a fighter stops a fight on behalf of someone else? Like that just seemed like a little weird.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. I mean, again, he did the right thing by getting that fight stopped. Especially you rake someone's eye. Like if Keith would have stayed in that shit, bro, like that could have gotten out of control.
Well,
and that's what the commentator was.
He noticed. Maybe it was just him that noticed first. He knew that he dug him in the eye. You know?
Well, he even like after he went back to the corner on stuff, he was like no, like I'm like ready to keep going. Like now his eye got fucked up, and I think it's okay now. I think someone had said that they saw him Sunday morning. He was obviously wearing sunglasses, and he did shoot some video where he was wearing sunglasses as well. He's ready for another fight, man. He was mad that thing went that way. He's like, I want a professional fighter to fight me, and I want a rematch, and not a rematch, but I want another chance. Because he trained, he was ready for it.
I mean, you can't really let the eye poking go on. Because I mean, you let the eye poking go on, and eye poking turns into ear biting, and then you have a whole mess.
It wasn't an eye poke, though. I don't think. I think it was his glove scraped him, is what I saw. And then, because remember, Adam had to rewrap his glove afterwards.
They didn't. They actually didn't. And that's what I had thought too. Because it's sort of like in the beginning of the fight, like when Adam, I think charged and got him and pretty much threw him to the angle part of the wall. And then the ref, like you could see, like the ref grabbed Adam's arm and it grabbed his, almost like his mitt. And then that's where it seemed like there was a rip. But Adam said that, when they looked at it, there wasn't any issues with the glove. That's why they didn't have to tape it up or fix it or anything. And so that was like a quick moment. And that's what I had thought was, oh, maybe his glove ripped. And then that was why, a finger was able to come out. But people are saying, and I think, was it Paisano who's got the film? Because he was like right there and has the angle of it, right? That's what we're waiting for, is Paisano's film to come out so that we can see exactly what happened.
No, I think it's like the edge of the Velcro off of the glove is what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. And just straight up scraped it. Because someone said it was like hamburger meat.
I would much rather get poked in the eye than to have that scrape my eye.
Yeah, no thanks. No thank you, buddy.
That's like a cheese grater to the eye.
Yeah. But I tell you what, so getting back to the Crow Moon Daddy fight, after they stood him back up and you saw Crow just go in for the kill, and it was oh man, ouch.
Crow actually posted a 30-minute video explaining everything, how he didn't like it. And
yeah, he said he got into a fight. He also, on that video, he also said how he basically almost got into a fight on the flight. Because someone basically put their seat back into his lap and then punched his foot, and I guess when I don't know, some crazy exchange. I needed to go back and watch. I was kind of listening as we were getting ready to take off yesterday.
He leaned forward. He tapped him on the shoulder. He said, "Excuse me, do you know who the fuck I am?"
Well, there's no way that giant flies in coach. He's got to like always be in first class, right?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. And typically he's in the bulkhead in first class because that's the most room, but he was in the second row. And so when this dude in front put his leg down, basically it's like his head was in his crotch, and he's like, dude, like, buddy, this ain't gonna work. And so I guess they got loud, and I can only imagine, like, could you just imagine like I don't know, like hitting someone and like saying some shit, and then like you get up to like just be like, yo, motherfucker, and then he gets up and he's 7 foot tall, like, what are you doing?
7 foot tall.
You're like, oh, excuse me, sir, my apologies, like, didn't mean to talk shit to a giant.
That
Do
just
you
knocked
need
a
me
man
to
out.
put my seat forward? You need me to put my seat forward a little bit more?
Can I do anything?
My
Can I do
pleasure.
anything, sir? My bad. Would you like my seat?
Do you need an extra pillow? I got an extra pillow here.
Oh man. Anyway, so I definitely want to go back and watch that that live stream that Crow did yesterday, and I want to know more about how his feeling about it, because there's a couple guys like Phil felt terrible about knocking out Dreamer. Now, I mean, I get it, and again, we're friends, but like you can't really feel bad, right?
That's what you came for. That's like the ultimate. That's like you're on defense and like there's a tip pass and you intercept it and run that thing 99 yards. That's like the greatest moment. That's what you came for. Dude, I'm telling you right now, if I get to get in there, whoever I go against, bro, I'm trying to kill you. Like, that's it. Like, straight up. Like, I'm like that. Like, I'm ready. Like I have no hard feelings. Like, that's what we came for.
No, and then you hug it out. Like, okay, so all right, let's bring us to our title fight, because
inside the field.
Yeah. Well, I
On
mean,
the
that's
field.
so that once it's over, like the animosity or whatever goes away, right? Like at that point, you could both, even though one person is going to lose, like you're both champions because you fucking did it. And like, let's think about like the Ben and Morlight fight. I got to tell you guys, being a corner guy for that one, in the first, like, was it 10, 15 seconds when he popped Ben on the chin and Ben went down, I was like, motherfucker.
Where is the champ?
You were like, Corey was right.
Where's the champ at?
He'll be here in a little while.
Morlight's in here if you want to come up.
Is he really? Get up here, brother.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, man, we all talked a lot of shit before this match, but I give nothing but flowers and credit to not only Ben, but to Morlight. I got to tell you, brother, like, you took some shots, you gave some shots, you guys went. It was fight of the night for a reason. It was a slugfest. You guys went the fucking distance, and like what you were just saying, they hugged it out at the end, and like that's it. Like, it was two fucking warriors doing a job, and then at the end of the day, like, hey, they did it, and that to me. I
was watching it.
Go ahead, Frank.
I was watching it. I wasn't even in the stadium. I was yelling at my phone. I was over here screaming, "Uno mas! Uno mas!
Uno mas!" Oh, dude, it was
Bro,
wild. It was so cool.
The shit I can say about Morlight is that dude can take a punch, bro.
Yeah,
because he was taking some hammers, bro. I said, golly. Hey, you can't be mad at that.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, it really was the best fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a great fight. I mean, and here's the thing, bro. Like, and I was talking to my mom about it. Even my mom was like fired up about it. She looks at me and she was like, when they come on, will you know what they look like? And I was like, yes, Mom. I was like, we work in the studio together. Like, I know, like, we don't wear these PFPs like everywhere we go. Like, we're humans, but yeah. So she was excited for it, right? And I was like telling her, I'm like, man, I was like, this guy, like, Ben has like so much that he is like in his hip, you know what I'm saying, that he's going to take into this fight. Like, he's going to put a lot on this, on the field, right? Like, as I was explaining to her. And like, this guy, like, he's going to have to like really put Ben down immediately, or
fuck, he did. I'm telling you, man. I was in the corner, like, in my mind, like, oh my God, where is this going? Like, no. And then it was,
what went through your head? What went through your head when he got knocked down in the first round? What went through your head at that moment?
Well, I was just thinking about our game plan, right? Because it was, never turn it into a street fight. Don't make it emotional. like you just stick to the plan. And then I noticed, like, I mean, I don't think you can hear it. I want to go back and rewatch it all, but like, I was screaming because I still have like a hoarse voice, but like I was screaming to Ben, like, keep your fucking hands up, like, because like, he was like doing the thing, but hands down a little low. I'm like, bro, keep your fucking hands up. Like, what are you doing? So it was like, my whole thing was like, all right, everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth, but let's just make sure that we stay on track with like our strategy here. And so like, me, Paulie, AJ, we were just giving him the advice that it was just stick with what the plan was, man. Like, don't deviate. And it did a little bit, obviously, but at the end of the day, again, it was a slugfest and it was solid. Jarek, what's what you got, man?
Right. Oh yeah.
Hey, how's it going, Jay Chains? And I got a quick question for you about the whole fight and everything like that. Kind of what's kind of going on with like Ben these this past year, right? It's been a very like crazy past couple like year and a half and so, right? And do you think that like a win like this could like propel him to actually like maybe like he's already kind of turned it around, but do you think this kind of like gives him like that what I mean, like that good feeling like, hey, I got this kind of win underneath my belt and I can maybe like tackle other things too in life as well?
Well, 100%. I think, and he's not afraid to admit this, but there was, and obviously this all builds up to, the redemption and the redemption arc and the, the character change of who he is and where he was and what he's trying to accomplish and where he's at now. But there was definitely a moment where we were training, where that, that switch flipped, where it went into, okay, you're right. This, like, I need to change. And I think that we saw that. We saw his personality change a little bit, and he's working on the humility and he's working on some things like that. But a couple big wins, like obviously this fight was a big win, but he's had a couple really big wins in some of the other things that are going on in his life that I think you parlay this into some of the other stuff that we're going to be working on. And yes, I think, in my opinion, we've seen the what's the word I'm looking for here? We're going up. We're back. We're so fucking back, guys. Like, all of us. That's,
bro. It is. Look, I'm gonna tell you, man. Like, what I'm saying. This is such an amazing like redemption story. You know what I mean? Like, I was really nervous. You know what I mean? Because I like Ben. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't grow up on BitBoy. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dog who brought me into crypto like loves Ben. Like he was in recovery. He really resonated. You know what I'm saying? He always told me, he was like, yo. He's like, go find Ben. Like, bro, you could work with him. Like, you could be a part of this, And that was his dream that he saw in me. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, when people like hate on Ben, I'm always like, yo, but have you ever met him? Like, he's actually like a really freaking nice guy. Like, he has his thing in this world, right? Like, and when you get to Ben's level, like, you will have your character too, right? Like, and so, like, I think this fight though really, it made him real, man. Like, it was the Rocky, bro. Like, this is like Russia, the USA hockey and then whatever, the 89 or whatever it was. Like, this is going to be great. And he has great people around him. And we've all grown, bro. Like, think about where we are in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these fights are like, they are so metaphoric for so much of like 2023 and where we're going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like, it is just, they are straight up metaphors. And going back to this whole thing and why it's important for me to start training so I could do it, because I need to know what it's like to feel like a champion as an individual, right? I need to, because I'm not, I'm not, this just fits right into the personality of all of us. And if this is the direction that we're going, like, I'm fucking excited for it. I want the opportunity. I want to know that feeling. And it's not so much the feeling of I want to know what it's like to get hit in the face and then to keep moving on, not to say, oh, like, I don't like this, oh, I got to stop. Like, no, you just keep fucking going. Like, I want to challenge myself. And I think that everybody, I was talking about this with Whitney last night, all of this kind of stuff and reflecting on all these things. And it makes sense. And she's like, I don't really like the idea of you fighting, but I understand the need to challenge yourself at a level at which you've never been challenged before. And I think everybody owes that to themselves. It's some way, shape, or form, whether it's combat sports, running a marathon, or learning how to cook, baked Alaska, whatever it is. At some point, you need to challenge yourself to do something that you don't think is possible for yourself.
1,000 freaking percent, bro. 1,000%. Yo, we got a couple of hands here. Oh, John. Yo, you've had your hand up for a second. What up, John? I saw we missed you, bro.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing? J Chains, Turbo, and Jarek, you're a rock star. I just want to say hey to everybody. I love this topic. We streamed the fight in the Discord of the JPEG Empire. We were loving it, and just that morning I was getting interviewed, talking about different stuff, and the guy was like, I can't wait to see Ben Armstrong get beat up later. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then, like, literally, it was so funny. That evening I tweeted, I was like, thanks for betting 10 ETH on that fight.
I all I know, not that I know, but I could just assume, is that some people we all know, like Dick Normandi and that crew, were probably all jerking off the moment Morelight knocked Ben down. They were probably jerking off with excitement, and then just to get rug pulled.
Again, bro. Yo, hey, guys, I do know we have some other hands, but I do want to pass it over to Morelight. We have him up on stage. Man, we want to hear from you, bro. What's going on? What's cooking? How's the eye healing up, bro? Did you put some raw meat on it? I gotta know.
Yeah, guys, how you doing? Thank you so much for having me up. J Chains, thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop in real quick because I'm actually working. But I just saw this was going on and wanted to say hey. And yeah, eye's doing good. It was a great fight, super fun, and was totally crazy. Yeah, I'm super glad you guys were entertained. That was the main idea. And check your Bitcoin.
Absolutely. Would you ever do another IFC or Credit Combat fight?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is like for fun, but I like it. I started training like last March or something, so it's been almost a year. And yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, this is sort of validating for me. Like, I could have totally, been knocked out in the first 2 seconds, like a lot of the other fights or whatever. So. I also could have knocked him out, I guess. But as far as I could tell, it was a really good, fair fight, and it was a lot of, it was pretty evenly matched. So yeah, I would fight Ben again for fun, for sure. I would fight pretty much anybody. This LA 1000 guy is talking a lot of shit, and he lives like 40 minutes away, or no, 20 minutes away. So I'm happy to knock him out anytime if he wants, anywhere he wants.
I love
that. You can't knock shit out, Ben.
You're a little bitch, buddy. Let's go for it.
What was it like seeing Ben? It seemed like he kind of transformed after you hit him. Like he transformed like Super Saiyan or some shit. He was looking you, he had tunnel vision.
Fucking nuts and shit.
It was nuts. I was not expecting that. Because listen, I saw the training footage and stuff, and I was like, okay, this guy's like, he's going to be a little slow. He's going to drop his hands, whatever. I should be fine. He totally transformed into a maniac, which I was not expecting. And it was awesome, but it was also at that time I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was pretty sure that was a great, left shot to his jaw there.
I fought Feather in 5th grade, bro. Come on.
I'm not I wasn't talking to you, buddy. Fucked up.
Bro, more
he's
like
mad.
you.
He's mad, this boy. He's mad.
This is a
Bro, more like your ability to take a punch, bro, is like on another level.
Off the charts. Off the charts. Let me tell you, Ben's got a right hand, bro. That right hand might be a little slow, but when it connects, it connects. That's a heavy hand.
I know, and that's the thing. I had my hand up, but he snuck it right past it and got me on the ear, and my ear is still fucking all messed up. I can barely hear you guys. So yeah, he's got a great right, man. And that's the thing. I did not move my head out of the way, and he got me with a bunch of good ones. So yeah, I was surprised that I was fine too. But
fight of the night. Fight of the night, man. That was something else, brother.
Hey, I do have to know one thing. More like I want to know. I know he was talking about knocking you out first round. How were you feeling in the moment when you knocked him down in the first round? How were you feeling in that moment? What was going through your mind?
Well, that was great because I had no expectations either. I didn't know that was going to happen either. And to the point where I didn't even really, jump. I didn't realize he was really on the ground. It was sort of all a shock. So yeah, I could have probably like pounced, but did not do that, which is good. I mean, that's also like a little corny. I think it's a little cheap to like, if someone's on the ground, let the guy up a little bit. That's fine. But yeah, it was just totally, totally nuts. I thought it could have been the end, but right when he sort of transformed and started going crazy, I was like, well, man, it's very tiring there, guys. I don't know if you guys have ever fought, but especially if there's some dude like on top of you, grabbing you and stuff. It is very tough. And I was surprised too that he fell over because the dude turned out to be a little bit bigger than me, just weight wise, which is fine. I signed up for that, but just, everyone who's done fighting knows that like the mass differential does matter a great deal. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so specific with weight classes in boxing, et cetera. So not an excuse, but like, I was shocked that the dude even fell over from a punch because like that doesn't usually happen with the smaller guy versus the bigger guy. So that was cool. Yeah, I was very happy with that.
Bro, you had a lot of things cooking in that moment, and I do have to admit there was a moment when like Ben was just like, you guys were locked up on the ground, and he was like, and the ref like picked him up, and he definitely was like stomping your face out. Like they definitely had a couple of cheap shots in there. I have to that did happen. But I mean, in the heat of the moment, man, like he was like a maniac, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah, bro, I thought Ben was going to start punching himself and stuff. I was like, oh snap.
He was the man possessed. Yeah, I think, and that's the thing. Like, I have nothing against Ben at all. I think he's a great guy. And as a matter of fact, I think we're on the same team. Like we both are very sort of like anti-establishment, pro the people. So in a sense, we're fighting on the same side of things. And even though we were pitted against each other, quote unquote, I don't really think that's the case ideologically or sort of philosophically or anything. So we're aligned. Like I have no beef. I think it's all just for the fun of the game, for being a sportsman.
I love that,
man. The challenge of the sport.
What a sportsman you are, man. I appreciate it. We also I've got a special guest that just popped in here. Only LARPing. What is up, brother? I'm glad you showed up today.
Fam?
How are you?
Yeah, man. More light, by the way. Thanks again, man. That was incredible. I really do hope we can get you back in the pick because you never know if someone's really going to show up and fight like crazy. And when people do that, you got to have them back if they're willing to do it.
Thank you.
Awesome. I just had my headset on listening to this Little Bubble remix of Ben screaming and punching and stuff. Man, this shit is funny. I really like the one that John Rich put out yesterday too, with like the Crypto Boy song. The remixes here are pretty incredible.
Hell yeah. The internet is you can never hate the internet for how creative they become, and they'll take just about anything. The memes that are coming out from Friday night, I'm telling you, man, you got to give credit to the internet for just being crazy.
Bro, more like you did have me nervous though that whole fight though, bro. Like when they were doing your video and they had you like 55%, I said, oh man, because bro, you definitely look great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to fight you, bro. I'm like, you know what I mean? I've made this decision that you're a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't want to try to have to try to pummel you to sleep because it's not happening. Like,
it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna go down.
It's not happening. He's not going to sleep. So, God, dog.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no. A lot of people are talking shit, but no one says they want to fight me. So there you go.
There you go. Well, I bet only LARPing. Let me ask you a question. Because there have been now, I think this was not that this put the karate combat on the map, because you guys have already you've already started to grow and you've got the attention. I mean, Joe Rogan knows about you guys. There's a lot of people that know about karate combat. I think there is something to be said about how the IFC boosted maybe some of the attention as far as the wager voting goes. So with that being said, like, how do you see this going in the future with more of these influencer style fighting matches, knowing that, and from what I understood and from what I heard, is that most of the fighters hate it, right? They hate it because they, it's almost like these influencers are going to come in here and make a mockery of something that they've chosen to do, as a career. But from what I understand is after the Ben Morlight fight, a lot of these guys changed their mind saying like, okay, that's fucking real.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they hate it or not. I mean, especially when you have it the same night in the same venue, I think it shines a spotlight on the incredible athleticism of the guys who do this, their entire lives. And then, you had guys like, Boss Ruin and Big Mike and President Awesome and Charles Oliveira just absolutely loving the experience. So, it did bring a ton of eyeballs to karate combat. It went extraordinarily viral on its own, and I think we got to run it back.
Dude, 100%. I start training this week for whenever I can get on. I think it was, if my memory serves me correct, after the night of the fights, 3.1 million views on the Twitter alone. I don't know the number or the analytics for the YouTube, but I mean, that's numbers, man. That's some freaking numbers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had this thing co-broadcast on, karate.com, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Kick, a ton of different streamers. And then the impressions that we got on Twitter organically from people reposting highlights and stuff is sort of impossible to count.
That's awesome, man. I love that. You guys, Karate Combat's got a great future.
Bro,
thanks.
I just hope. Well, one, I love the app. That betting is dope. Like, if y'all didn't get involved in that, that was dope. But Jay, you know, like, I really hope that we can get a tag team match. You know what I mean? Or like a 2-on-2.
What do we think about that?
Like
What do you think about that, Larvin?
I think that's cool. We just got to have a local commission and government that allows that type of thing. I think we're going to run, tentatively run IFC 2 back in the States where things are a little bit more strict.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to announce that early this week, I think, in coordination with a partner and an event we had lined up in May. And so, yeah, I think we can try all sorts of crazy stuff. We're down.
Because I think in Moscow, I think they actually they have a fighting league where it's like 5-on-5. Yeah, it starts out 5-on-5. Yeah, bro, I'll go. Shoot, Tucker Carlson, that's my dog. Shouts out TC.
You're funny. Oh man. All right, let's get to some of these hands. I don't know who was up first. Jarek, Waddy, or Frank. You guys can be gentlemen.
It was one of the other two gentlemen.
Yeah, it was Jarek first, then myself, then B Frank.
Perfect. Jarek, what you got, Doc?
I love the bro. Where'd you get that at? The manners of these gentlemen.
Yeah. Thanks, Wadney. But hey, I was actually going to ask Doug a question though, but I'll go ahead and ask you as someone being in this corner, Jay Chain. So I'll kind of switch the question over to you. Is there, as you kind of going back and looking into the fight and as being in his corner, is there some things that you wish he could have worked on, or what things that you wish you could have just kind of incorporated into the game plan? And if so, in the next fight, do you think he's going to probably maybe work on leg kicks or more working the jab instead of just swinging haymakers all the time? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think, obviously, getting your plan together and kind of sticking to it. Number one, cardio. I think for most people now, you have to think for most fighters, and what from I understand, when we were talking to Only LARPing, I think the night when we got back to the hotel for a few minutes outside was, most of the actual karate combat fighters, awesome, brought those guys in 3 weeks before the fight, to acclimate to the altitude, to kind of just, to get the idea of where they are. Where most of these karate combat, the IFC fighters, showed up a couple days before the fight. So I think, the cardio, whether Ben's cardio or everybody's cardio, really was where it should be. Say at your, elevation where you were training at home, and then you get up to 7,000. I didn't know Mexico City was 7,300 feet, right? So that's a pretty good elevation. So I think, working on cardio, number one, is, making sure that cardio is at 1,000% ready to go. And then, it's just sticking to that jab. Because when he came back in after the first round, that was the one thing that we were saying is, bro, get back to the jab. Get back to the jab. There were some haymakers being thrown, and whether that was out of desperation or just, like you said, the crazy shit that was going on. But stick to the jab, because the jab works. That was the kind of thing. That's what we were saying in the corner.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. Bro, you guys did awesome, man. Like that.
Did anybody see Trading Lord and Crown fight? Did anyone watch that?
Which one?
Yeah,
Trading Lord and Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a fight. I mean, listen, I give props to these two guys. I really do. Honestly, it takes a lot to kind of come from nothing and just train for a few months and fight. But I mean, that was a sloppy ass fight, man. I mean, influencer fights have to get much, much better.
I mean, I agree with that.
It is what it is. Listen, I get it. Chains, you were there. I mean, you're in the circle. I get it. I mean, you have to I get it. But really, that was a sloppy fucking fight.
It's also different.
I feel like influencer fights are for more entertainment than
sure, absolutely.
But we do have Waddy. We do have Waddy's hand.
Really quick.
Definitely.
Really quick. I want to go back to it. I want to hear what Only LARPing will say.
Well, I would say, we had 10 world-class fights with some of the best fighters in the world. That's what karate combat is about. It's a professional sports league. It's arguably the best striking league in the world. And I think IFC is different. And I don't think we necessarily want to restrict it to folks who have been fighting for years. And to fight in mixed martial arts at a level that doesn't look a little sloppy requires training for years. It's not boxing, right? This is different. And frankly, I think mostly we want the people who are going to be, market the fights the best and put on the most entertaining show as opposed to the cleanest, most,
What do we? How do we?
But there's a point you could have both. You really could have both.
How do we feel about?
I don't know if you can really have both with MMA. I mean, this is you're not going to pick this up in 3
Well,
months.
I'm saying in time it will evolve to both, obviously.
I mean, I think, over time, possibly as more people start training for longer, maybe the things get different. But what about for, the influencer stuff? What if we decide to grab all the founders of the rugged projects, put them into a pool, and we just pick names out of the hat, and you either fight or you don't. And if you don't fight, you're just a pussy forever. And if you do fight, then maybe, we could talk about your project again or something. I don't know.
But they're mostly Anon. All the rug. They're mostly Anon.
I know, but we gotta call these.
How about Rug Debs versus the influencer that called them out?
What's up, Waddy? I know you had another question, Waddy. I know they was getting ready to get to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead, Waddy.
Oh, no. Definitely like the idea. But my question was going to be number one. Where the heck do I get to watch the fight? Because I was looking for it, couldn't find it.
Oh, man.
Karate Combat YouTube.
Yeah. Just search for karate. Just search for Karate Combat, and I guarantee you it'll pop up.
Yeah, YouTube.
Okay, yeah. I kept on searching IFC, and I kept on getting like this film movie thing. So, okay, got it. The other thing is, Jay, since the person that was going to fight Rodney, you guys look more or less, well, you're a little bit more built than him.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not fighting. Nick, first off, Nick is a really good friend of mine. And that to me, even though I am probably way a little bit more than he does, Nick was a fucking he trained and killed people in the fucking military.
Yeah.
Like
I would not fuck with Nick.
No.
Bro, do you not see the 48-inch arms that's in your PFP?
Chains, honestly, without even training, I probably wouldn't fuck with you, man. Like without training, you look pretty tough, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I am pretty tough. And once I get my training, there are people here that they like to run their mouths, and they will be called out. Someone I will not call out, though, that just popped up in here is Seth. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I was wondering.
Oh, D, you
Seth, you got to unmute your mic because we need to know.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't fuck with Seth either.
Guys, I have to jump to.
But he's also a homie.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much for having on. What's up, Seth? Sorry I can't catch up. Talk to you guys all soon.
Appreciate you being here, man. Talk to you soon.
Okay, later, guys. Bye.
Hey, Seth, I totally just heard Jay Chains call you out.
Yeah, mother. What's up? No, you know what's funny? Go ahead, Seth.
As you bring me on stage, my mic didn't work, and it rugged my audio. So there was like 30 seconds where I didn't hear anything. So hey, if it was all love, thanks. If it was all trash talk, thanks even more. I guess that's what we're doing these days, man. Is we're stirring the shit to go do exhibition fights. I guess.
All right, listen.
It's the sign of a bull market, bro.
We're so back.
Listen, we are not going to fight our friends. Period. We're not doing that.
We totally just watched Ben and Morelight fight and black each other's eyes and then hug each other afterwards.
They became friends. Yeah.
We can become friends, right?
Become better friends.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I got to fight anybody, I'm gonna say, you know who I want to fight? Loudmouth.
Ooh.
Loudmouth. Because he keeps fucking throwing shade at me, bro. Every time we go to these events and shit, I'm like, bro, I'm in the same fucking spot, bro. Quit throwing shade at me. So, you know what I mean? Jesus on Jesus, gang, gang. Christ God versus...
Call him out.
Yeah, I definitely don't think I was a fighter, but... No, because he was actually riding in the car with me one time through the hood, and he had all his gold on his neck. And he was like, "Bro, we got to get out of here, bro." I was like, "I got a gun. We all right?" Because we were right through the hood in Miami, so he was a little stressed out.
That's too funny, man.
It makes sense for Jay change the fight, Doug.
I said that to him. I said that to him. Listen, I said that to him. And that would be one of those, we'd have to put our friendship aside. And this would be Team Pizza, which everybody in this room, whether you like it or not, you sign the NDA, you signed the terms and the commitments and all that stuff. You are Team Pizza. So if it is Team Pizza against Team Cake, you know which side of the belt you're on, baby. Let's fucking go.
I thought you found a dope cake spot while you were in Mexico City. Didn't you post something about cake while you were there? You found a dope cake spot. What I saw. Right?
All right, I'm gonna fight Frank because he's trolling me now. He's trolling me real hard.
He came back different. He took
I'm only trolling because I've seen D-Yak's hand go up about 3 or 4 times and we haven't called on it.
I heard the NFT kid ate some cake.
D, you just gotta speak up.
What's up,
well, I'm really digging the conversation. That's why I haven't done it. I'm like, oh. No, and anyway, my point was to a long time ago, so don't even worry about it. I was just going to say, like, when you're getting in that fight mode, I used to play roller derby, and it was, like, full combat. Something takes over you guys. Like, something takes over you, and you just see red at that point. It doesn't matter who's in your vicinity. It's just red, and whoever's in front of you just gets these hands. That's it.
D, let me ask you a question.
I used to work at a skate rink.
Do you have a photo?
Roller derby girls are crazy.
D, do you have a photo of you doing the roller derby?
I'm pretty sure I can gather one up. Yeah, I would love to go back into the archives because I was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
D, I need to know: would you fight Lynx?
Bro, this is a record. This is a recording space, bro.
IFC. So is that a yes or no? All right, come to talk Tuesday to find out.
Karate Combat does have lady fighters. Okay, so if there are some ladies that like to run their mouths as well in the crypto sphere, maybe as part of the IFC, we should get some of these ladies to participate as well. Because I'll tell you what, I went to again I think it was Karate Combat 41 or 42. I don't remember which one I was at, but there were a couple lady fights, and they were some of the more vicious fights I have ever seen.
Oh yeah,
these
and let me
PFP
tell
screams, I want to fight.
These PFP screams, hood
bro,
baby.
We get a Web3 breakfast fight. Hang on, real quick. We got to get a Web3 breakfast fight team because we got the Tennessee Gangster, bro. We get Ardo, we got D, yourself, bro, and then we're like we got a club now. We have a fight house.
Yeah, we have to have like that good intro music.
Can I tell you guys something?
What's up, Key Beats?
My bad. Excuse me, y'all. So I'm actually from Web3, and I'm from the side of people who want to fight from Web3, so I can hook y'all up with them real quick. I know who they are that want to fight from men and women, both sides.
Let's go. All right, let's have a conversation.
I'm dead serious because there's 2 guys training right now on Web3 to fight each other, Alex and Bark. I'll connect y'all with them eventually.
Oh,
yeah,
I know those guys real well.
Yeah, they said they're supposed to fight, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I wanted to fight Alex, but he didn't want to fight me, so I was like, fuck it. But yeah.
They're just farming, dude.
I figured that, but I was like, I would beat your asses.
hey, I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I call them? You know what I call them? Dumb and Dumber.
That's funny.
I'll be frank with you. Man. We got to work on it.
That Big Boy fight let me know that this is a serious ass fucking company. I was like, bro, I want to fight crypto nerds. I sent them a DM too. You can ask Karate Combat. I was like, yo, I want to fight crypto nerds, and they didn't get back to me yet. So I was like,
wait till one of these nerds gets in the ring with somebody that actually can fight. They're gonna get fucked up bad.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna say that this community of fighters that I've come across, I fucking love this shit. This makes me feel like Web3 has a new way to come around.
Dude, we're so back, right? Like we are just so back with this.
Yo, you know we're back when people want to fight crypto nerds. This is the fucking shit I was waiting for this whole time. I want to fight the guys that got away with rug pulls and shit, and make money and make millions. Fuck this shit. I'm happy now. I can do this. I want to fight them for money. Like what? Why not, bro? What the fuck?
This is where we're going.
Jay,
this is all part of it now.
I didn't see this coming as our how the new world order would go in the Web3. But I like it. Because my very first point to be able to to complete the loop on this is my very first.
Oh my bad. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. My very first comment, right, when I was talking about my NCO, right, I would always tell him, I was like, just you're the leader, right? I was like, but we should be able to go to a wall and get hand-to-hand combat weapons and fight each other to the death, and then whoever wins is now in charge. And he would always tell me to shut the hell up. But bro, here we are.
Yo, that sounds like a smart
not to the
idea.
death, but I mean, we don't have to go all the way to the death. But
Oh, trust me. Get ready. There's going to be some things coming out soon.
Wait a minute, Turbo. That's you, Turbo. I didn't know you was here, bro. What the fuck are you doing here?
Hey, what's up, bro? I'm the co-host, man. You know, I'm just hanging out with Jay.
It's fucking Big Duck Energy, bro. You know who this is. I've been docked. Yeah.
Turbo.
I ain't talked to you in like years. I ain't talked to you in years, bro. What the fuck? How you been, man?
Man, just we out here doing it, bro. You know what I mean? Like we fighting each other now, bro.
Getting ready to fight.
A lot's changed.
Get ready to train
I
up.
can guarantee. Bro, I can guarantee. I told everybody, I was like, if I get your tattooed NFT project on my body, I'll go fight the people you guys don't like real quick and be like, hey, look, if I win that fight, your floor better go up or I'm going to knock them on the floor too.
Bro, just like NASCAR, how they put all the different sponsors on the car.
Sponsors, bro. Their projects got to sponsor fights, bro. We'll be getting way more shit going on. If projects will sponsor fights in Web3, bro, we'll be going way up the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Bro, didn't my guy Morelight kind of do that with he came out with the side match?
I saw that. Anyone in NYC that trains in NYC? Here?
No. I could
find somebody.
I'll come up there. Why you want to spar a little, dog?
I mean, I would, sure. I haven't trained, to be honest.
I haven't either. I need to. But the one thing I know is that I've got to take a hit in the face. I got to know what that feels like. Before,
I could do that. It's fine. I'll do that.
All right.
Oh, snap. Okay. No, getting hit in the face is like getting...
No, that's a wake-up call.
That's like...
I want to kick somebody
awakens the beast.
so bad.
Jesus, Corey. All right, we got to get Corey. We got to get Corey.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. When I first turned it on and I seen like the little lineup, where they're facing each other, the little pre-match. Hey, I seen the first couple of seconds and I thought Ben was constipated. And then I was like, oh no, he mad. Oh no, he locked and loaded. Oh, he ain't budging.
No, he was constipated as well, though.
Like my man was standing there at like a 45-degree angle. He was linked in so far. I said, damn.
You know what I didn't realize?
My man was eating tacos the night before.
Drinking beers, eating tacos. That's to each their own. To each their own. Their
Dude, was George shit?
He's got to be from the South.
I feel like he was drunk.
He had that Muppet, that Sesame Street face, that Muppet from the trash can. Remember, he had that face he had on real quick. Remember?
He got sad about buddy. He's like, man, I was just trying to make a joke, man. Like, chill out, bro. I don't know what your deal is.
Hey, Jay, did you try the Indio beer?
I don't think so. I did like a lot of. I had not a lot. I had a couple of Victorias. I had some. Obviously, you guys heard this. Oh, I didn't realize it's 10:10. Holy shit. We're gonna have to go because I got to get some things done. But I will leave you with this: is that for everybody who's not in the Web3 Breakfast chat group, you guys probably should join. You're gonna need someone to vouch for you to get in there. We don't just accept anybody in off the streets. But I will tell you, I was almost arrested for carrying a empty Corona can because we had, after the fights, we were driving back. Ben wanted some Gatorade, so we stopped at the Gatorade, and Nick, myself, and Paulie had a Corona. And so we were road sodies all the way back, and I get out of the car. AJ and I start to walk to our hotel, which is a block away. And I just had an empty beer can in my hand, waiting for a garbage can to throw it away. And sorry, I just got a call there. And so I'm carrying this empty beer can, and then all of a sudden, la policía. No bueno. They robbed
Chains, I got news for you. They only wanted $20, bro. That's it.
$20.
Yeah, how much did you get extorted for?
$20. I know that I had a bunch of. This is where the story gets funny. I had a $100 bill.
They're
US.
fake policia, bro. Fake policia, bro.
No, these guys were the real deal. But they were corrupt as shit. So they took my $100 bill, said that wasn't enough. AJ took all the pesos that he had in his pocket. They went to say that was not enough, and I was
bro,
like,
you guys got rugged, bro.
Rugged by the police. And then, but they let me. Listen, I was at the point.
No.
I was taking my watch off. I was taking my chains off, emptying my pockets. I was like, AJ, I don't know what's going to happen to me tonight.
No.
I'm like, so
You
just
should have been like.
And then you gave him
Go to
counterfeit
a
money.
with somebody that doesn't speak Spanish, bro. You have to have
give him
somebody that speaks
money.
Spanish, bro.
Did they start to unzip their zippers?
no.
Hold on. We got to let him finish the story. Because he's got to wrap it up. Well, I mean, you always wrap it up. But anyways, you got to finish the story. I know you got to go.
No, it's good. We got a few minutes. And so we give them all the cash, and then they're like, that's not enough. And so I'm like, let me just see if I got more pesos. And before the trip, like, I've got a whole bag of money that it's from around the world, right? And Whitney and I had found like these, and this is from the Bank of Mexico. It was like 10,000. It should have been like $1,000 US in like paper money and like paper pesos, but they're antico. They go out of circulation. And so like, this is like I'm just like reaching for anything I can, and I pull out the antico money. So now I try to offer them fucking fake money, and these guys are like, oh god, it's a story. Like, I'm literally telling AJ, like, literally take all my stuff because I'm going to jail. And then
Chance, this is like Mexico 101.
I know.
Come on, bro. Come on, you're better than that.
Listen, I should have known to throw the beer out immediately, or just throw it on the ground, or put it in because I was carrying a bag of shit. I could have just put it in the bag so it was hidden, but whatever.
So wait, how are you J chains if you don't have chains anymore?
I got them. No, I put them back on.
Oh, okay.
No, I was giving them to AJ to hold, because like if I was gonna get sent to a Mexican prison or the embassy, like, no, those things never come back. And so I took literally everything out of my pockets, took all my jewelry off, everything, and gave it to AJ. I was like, just, you got to keep this safe, man, because I don't know where I'm going. But they took the payout. Because I was like, un toro, no más pesos. And the guy, like, they took us like basically to like where there was no camera. It was like at this little food stand, like a newspaper stand right on the corner, basically to where the shadows, there was no cameras, nothing could be seen. And they basically said, all right, give us the cash, you're good to go. And I tell you what, I slept really good that night, knowing that I was not in a Mexican prison, because that would have been a horrible way to end the night.
Bro, that is like the greatest. Like these shows, we say they don't have value here at the Web3 Breakfast, and we do this every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., right? But bro, every show has a special takeaway moment, and that's it. Never end up in a Mexican prison.
Never. And with that,
you know what? I have a better.
No nalgas, mijo. No nalgas.
No, mijo.
Bro not only screwed up once, but screwed up twice and still got away with it. Like, bro was like, oh, my bad. Here's some fake money. My bad. I didn't mean to do that.
I think what saved me is that the cop was trying to use his phone with Google Translate to have the conversation, but he kept like fucking it up and like putting in like Russian, like some other language, and we're like, what? And he was getting flustered not being able to use his own phone. So thank God that happened. But I did not go to jail. Made it back. I am back in America. So thankful to be drinking iced water. That was one thing I missed. Just a cold ass iced water, because all the bottles were room temperature. I was really afraid. I did have like a cocktail, and I did think that maybe the ice made my stomach a little fucked up, but I'm glad to be home.
I know Turbo was just talking about how we bring value here every weekday at 9 a.m. But you know how much more value this would have had if you would have actually got put in cuffs and went for the night. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, there would have been some stories there. What's up, Turbo?
No, that'd been terrible. We do not want Jay to go to jail, because he has his show at 4 p.m. and he wouldn't have been able to make it. But Jay, AI tech is down to $1.16 right now. Like, it went to $1 and it's climbing, bro. Like, it hit $1.50, came back.
Healthy retracement.
Bro,
we're gonna get some more.
fucking
Did you say AI tech? AI Tech.
AI Tech.
What the ticker?
ETH.
That's what it is. AITEK.
AI Tech.
Yeah. All right.
Coming to you live
right.
from a Mexican prison cell.
I would have tried, man.
Cell phone.
I would have tried. You guys know I'm good at smuggling. I smuggled in an authentic Mexican Topo Chico, and then as well as some what are they called? They're gummy bears, but they're spicy. Something. You can look at the picture. Look at my profile. We'll be back tomorrow for more Web3 Breakfast at 9 a.m. And let's see, what's the rest of the schedule for today? 10:30 is AJ's show. 11:30 is Ben's. I got my show again at 4 p.m. And then whatever else you guys do throughout the day, let me know if there's anything cool. But we will be back for this one at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Adios, mi amigos.
And also Web3 Breakfast because we're about to take over this motherfucker. Yo, y'all don't wanna know. Fuck around and see it cause you know I'm gonna go. Yeah. Web3 Breakfast, serving size like Texas. I'm a beast, yeah, baby. You know I'm reckless. We stacking blue chips, my people by the dip. Matte Black Lambo coming soon. Don't forget, sign the check.
Web3 breakfast. Fuck a Lexus, push a Maserati, keep a diamond Jesus on my necklace. I'm living reckless. Fuck a job, cash the check, grab the bag, hit the flight, we on the next one. Wife changing money. Just ask my honey, got a diamond on my face, I can't help it, I'm new money.
Web3 breakfast, wake and bake, appreciate the checklist, moderate the stage, perplexing everything you say, and not to mention, I think I rug, maybe I should shrug it off, go touch some grass, perhaps some plug. Web3 breakfast, Web3 breakfast.